And there's your newspaper slap in the face that you'll never get from anyone else. Anyways, hey PokeMoshPit, what's up? Wilechase here, bringing you another UU match. I haven't really had that many good OU matches because, whatever. But you guys enjoy UU matches, so why does it matter? But we got a game here against BlackSpottedZebra. Like I said, it's a UU match. And what I do now is on my channel, I explain kind of the teams and what I'm going in thinking, so I'm going to do that here too because I can. But anyways, I got my standard UU team I used the last match just because I like that team. He's got a bunch of guys, and looking at his team though, Mamoswine will kind of be useful because he has that Zapdos, the Tangrowth, and the Nidoking. So I'm mainly going to need to try and save my Mamoswine to deal with those guys. Looking at potential leads though, I'm looking at his Celebi or his Milotic, because I know Zebra's kind of weird and likes to do weird shit, and there's nothing else really fit for leads like Mew, and I know Mew can do a bunch of lead stuff, and Celebi just seemed like the best choice because I didn't want to be in a bad situation with my Flygon, which is my usual lead. So I was like, alright, probably Mew, so I'm going to lead with Celebi. But he actually leads with Milotic, so I'm thinking, alright, this is a magic coat set that I know Ridley made or something. So I decided to stay and go for Psychic because I thought he would want to switch out, fearing the Leaf Storm. But I figure now he's going to want to stay in, just try to predict more. But I just go for Leaf Storm, take him right out, which kind of unfortunate I had to take the Ice Beam in the first turn, but oh well. So now he's going to bring in the Mew. I noticed the nickname being El Mew, so I kind of am getting a suspicion that it's a Mew set made by Fizzy Stardust. So I'm like, okay, he transforms here. I know he's going to have the Choice Scarf, so I don't want to stay in an Outrage and the off chance he Speed Ties me. So I'm going to go out to Hitmontop, get the Intimidate going, and he goes for U-turn, knowing I might want to switch, and Hitmontop was my best switch in, so that works. So now he's going to bring in Tangrowth. I actually carry Toxic on this Hitmontop, so that's going to be pretty awesome, and it'll really help against his Tangrowth since he does have the Regenerator, so when he switches back in, he just keeps taking residual damage. But he puts me to sleep, which kind of sucks, but I can get around it. But I bring back in Celebi. I'm kind of fearing the U-turn, even though I know his Fizzy set usually doesn't carry U-turn, but on the off chance it does, I decided to go to Togekiss to take it, but he does go for the Will-O-Wisp, so that kind of works out. Plus, if he did want to transform into Celebi, he transformed into Togekiss instead, and the only real move he had to go for is Air Slash, which my Empoleon could take. But he brings in Zapdos. I try and go for the Fire Blast on him. I miss, unfortunately, which I feel like at the time when it missed, I was like, shit, that's going to matter so much, because this Zapdos probably has a good defense investment. But I still decided to bring in Mamoswine, just try and go for the Icicle Crash, get as much damage as possible. Even though Mamoswine will be a huge factor later, I could have potentially sacked it there if I didn't kill him, but luckily I do kill him. I do get a crit. I'm not really sure if that mattered. Depending on his defense investment, it did, but I don't really know, so we'll never know. The world may never know, like a Tootsie Roll Pop. But I bring him, or he brings in Mew. I decided to go into Empoleon because I know both of his statuses won't hurt me as much, and I can get my rocks up, but he actually transforms, so he got his rocks up, which I don't really mind as much because I'd rather have my rocks up than, you know, have something be weird. But I go for Scald on his switch. He went out to Bouffalant, and I burn him luckily, so now this Wild Charge won't do as much as it could, but if he wasn't burned, that probably would have taken me out, because you see that damage, I saw that damage, the world saw that damage. That would have probably taken me out. But it didn't, and that's the point, so I still have Empoleon. But now he's going to go into Nidoking. I really don't want to switch anything in case he predicts, because otherwise this thing could be a huge problem. So I let Empoleon die, because it's kind of done its job. The only thing I could really keep it around for is his Tangrowth, but I can still find something to deal with Tangrowth. But bring in Flygon. I know he's going to want to switch. Earthquake is too much of a risk. Tangrowth, even Toxic, still can wall me pretty well, so I went for U-turn. So now I'm going to go out to Celebi. I know he can't hurt me much, so I'm just going to opt to go right for a cover. If I did predict here, it kind of would have helped, but in the end, Actually, no, it wasn't here. It was later on. But I go for a cover. He goes into Mew because he figures he can just transform up and then just kind of wall me because of the fact that, or not wall me, but like fire off HP fires back at me. But this set is Thunderwave, Psychic, Leaf Storm, Recover, because this is a 4th gen Tinkerbell set, except as Psychic because it's in UU. But he crits me with a Leaf Storm there, which kind of sucks. It does force me to recover instead of go for the Psychic, which does really suck, because if I could have Psychic there, he brought in Nidoking. That would have been amazing. but I wanted my Celebi to survive a little bit more. But then I'm like, screw it, I might as well just get a free switch. So I let Celebi die. So I was like, wow, I just wasted a recover there when I could have just Psychicked. But oh well, so I'm going to bring in Flygon. I don't really want to play around with him switching between Nidoking and Tangrowth. So I decided, alright, Outrage can hit them both decently. And he's probably fearing the switch fearing the Earthquake no matter what. And I know Outrage can really damage his Tangrowth. Even if it doesn't look like it, he's still racking up that toxic damage, so it really does help in the end. He gets the Leech Seed off, though, which is kind of unfortunate, so now he'll be getting a little bit of extra recovery, but Toxic will still take most of that away. So that will actually work out pretty well. But Outrage barely takes him down, and he's going to be able to hit me with a Power Whip, so that kind of sucks. And with the Leech Seed and the leftovers, we'll see if Toxic will take him out or not. Will it? Will it? Will it? And unfortunately, no. So he's going to be able to easily switch out. I figure he might want to switch out just because Toxic would kill him off this turn, and he has Regenerator, so he gets a free switch no matter what. He's going to go into Mew. I went into Hitmontop just randomly for no reason at all, just because it can usually take most hits thrown at it. But here I decided to go to Mamoswine. I know he might have the trick, plus he might want to go for Transform, so transforming into Mamoswine, something that has no super effective moves against it. Or no, Mamoswine has no super effective moves against itself, so it would have worked out well, but I got a Choice Scarf now, which kind of sucks, but oh well. He does get the Will-O-Wisp off on me also, since I don't have a Life Orb, I couldn't take him out, which is pretty unfortunate, but oh well. So now he's going to go into Tangrowth. He's going to switch out then, so he can get extra Regenerator recovery. So I go for the Icicle Crash, and I miss, which is great, because, you know, misses are great. But I would have taken him out if I hit that one, but oh well, I didn't hit it, so don't take him out. So now he takes me out with a Flamethrower. But now I can go into Flygon. I decided here just go for Earthquake, because looking at it, it should basically be my match since his Tangrowth is Toxic. I still have my Hitmontop, which can kind of outlast him with the Leech Seed. I should have probably gone for Outrage there, but I was being weird, but oh well. But now, I'm going to bring in Hitmontop just because I can, and Intimidate. And looking at that Power Whip, that really does nothing, so I really don't care about getting Leech Seeded, because he's still wasting a turn to get Toxic, and every turn he wastes to get Toxic, I still have the edge, basically. But he misses Leech Seed there, I think he missed. I don't know, maybe I'm high, maybe I'm weird, but I'm pretty sure he missed. He did miss. So, this turn he actually does hit, so, but it's going to be a bit too late, too little too late, because he's still taking a huge amount from Toxic, because now Toxic, I think, is doing 18%, so basically his lefties and the Leech Seed is basically negated. I wake up here and go for Close Combat, so even if he does manage to hit the Power Whip, but he actually goes for Sleep Powder there, which is like, wait, how did you predict my Wake Up? I mean, that's just weird, but I don't know. But now he just gets more Leech Seed, and Toxic will bring him down pretty low, and even if he hits his Power Whip here, because I have the defense drop, if I died, he would have just died from Toxic, so really, if he killed me, he would have had less of a chance of winning. But since Toxic is doing too much as it is, this turn he will die from it, and that will turn out to be the match. So, good game, Zebra. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Hacks was a bit annoying, but hey, you get around it, and yeah, I don't know, whatever. So, PokeMoshPit. Hope you guys, again, enjoyed, as usual. Leave a like, leave a comment, check out my channel, check out Zebra's channel. He's a pretty cool cat, even though he's a zebra. I don't know how you make that correlation, but you're going to make that correlation now. But hope you guys enjoyed, etc., etc. As usual, rate, comment, sub, and later, guys.